I love bad dubs and censorship. So 4Kids ruined everything with anime.
4Kids ruined a generation of anime.
Yes,
Back
now we
in
can't
the day
smoke
when
anymore.
anime was airing on American TV, since they were from Japan, they had to go through a licensing company. This infamous company that were in charge of airing these anime.
Like the name of the company. Come on.
They were in charge of dubbing these
Shit, I can't put cigarettes in 4Kids.
Japanese to English, and of course, making sure they were appropriate to watch. Appropriate to watch? What do you mean by that? I mean, first of all, to give some context, the anime they were licensing was stuff like Pokemon, Sonic X, and Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, my favorite
That's already
autistic friends.
for kids, right? Well, stuff that's for kids in Japan has a different meaning than we have here in the West. So stuff like showing cleavage,
Japan
alcohol,
kids watch hentai all day.
and even guns sometimes were all being replaced with
Yes,
something
they
else.
snort
With most of the
cocaine.
time, the silliest stuff you can think of. The problem with 4Kids is that they not only censor stuff that really didn't need to be censored, like removing text from a sign. What, a kid's scared of letters now? But they were just
I am scared of letters all my life.
horrible at censoring. And that's what I'm here to talk about today. I'm gonna highlight the most goofiest and dumbest and sometimes fair censorships done by 4Kids and why it's good they don't exist anymore.
I think it's like for meme purposes. I think I like it.
They had the
It's fun to
biggest
it's fun to
franchises
make
in
jokes
their
about it, but watching it's not fun.
hands and chose to mess them all up. And when I talk big franchises, the first that comes to mind is definitely
Dragon
One
Ball!
Piece. One Piece is more than just an anime now. It has now become a mega power and a political movement. But before it was as
Political?
big as it is now in the West, 4Kids were deciding what to localize for the American
Like political. I'm not gonna vote for Zoro.
audiences, and they decided to take One Piece. But if you watch their version, it's definitely One Piece. One piece of shit. They stripped away every soul to meet
No, this is oh my god, this is bad. Like no, you can't eat rice. You need to eat cookies like an
the
American.
requirements to being for kids. All blood completely removed. Every form of violence is cut. All guns are either water pistols
Like
or
I
whatever
don't
the
think America is the best country to say no to violence. Come
fuck
on.
this is. And Sanji, the cook of the crew, his famous cigarette is replaced with a lollipop. Bro, who holds a lollipop like that? With 2 fingers? Speaking
I
of
know.
cigarettes, one of the ops of the
As a
One
kid, man, I used to do this like. Yes, I have to think about this cartoon.
Piece crew from the Marines,
Like, until
his
now,
name
to be
is
honest.
Smoker. What he's known for is, you guessed it, smoking. He has 2 big-ass cigarettes in his mouth at all times.
That's
what do you
cool.
think
Kids
4Kids
need that. I think kids need to start smoking in the belly.
did with him? Replaced with lollipops? Nah. He still smokes, but without smoking. You know what I mean? Like, there's smoke coming out of him, but he doesn't smoke. The only
But like it's his power, so it's okay. I think.
soulful thing about this version of One Piece is the banger of an intro.
Man, the greatest rapper of all time here. Ayo.
Hey, 4Kids, you might have
Nothing hits harder than this. Like you can say every opening. I love this opening. No opening is like that. This hits hard. Come on. I wanna punch everybody. I wanna be violent and a pirate. I wanna fly like a flamingo and kiss all the butterflies and like dive into the ocean and never coming back and drown myself.
version of One Piece, but I'm gonna give you this. This intro of One Piece is superior. So me. 4Kids also chose to change the names for absolute no reason. Like the iconic devil fruit is called the cursed fruit. Luffy's brother Ace,
Imagine if it was the Jesus fruit. Like I know it's not. We don't like the devil.
his name is Trace. Swordsman Zoro, his name is Zolo. I actually thought that last one was stupid.
Okay,
It's
this is fucking like ace is not a Japanese word. Like you don't need to translate ace. I think I like
found out that's
come
actually the
on.
name of the manga because the Japanese has a hard time saying like ro. They also chose to change some deaths like Zoro's childhood friend Quina, who died originally from falling down a flight of stairs, but in the 4Kids version, she got beat up by some evil guys and made her disabled for the rest of her life.
I think this is worse. No, dying is worse. I can say this. Dying is worse, but like for as a kid, I don't like it doesn't make anything better. Like falling from the stairs, it's something bad already, but getting beat to shit by adults and becoming disabled. Come on, this is dark.
I mean, that's basically dead. I mean, whoa. I'm not saying that every chronically disabled person is basically dead, but you don't ever see her again after that in the 4Kids version. Not saying that if you don't see a chronically disabled person, they're dead. Another death that was
If you don't see a person, it's that like I had a friend and I didn't see my friend, so I think now he's dead.
was Belmir's, which is the adoptive mother of Nami. Originally, she got shot by the Mr. Evil Arlong, but in the 4Kids version, instead of Arlong aiming a gun at her, he points at her menacingly, saying, "Oh, you're going to prison now for life."
About a nice room in a dungeon.
I hate this. I'm angry already. Like, I was defending this fucking shit, but I have to say this. This makes me
The
angry.
rest of your day.
Like, you have death penalty in your
doesn't
country.
die.
You don't need to pretend like, oh, I'm gonna be in jail.
It's just him pointing. But my question is,
Like-
why does
like,
his
come on,
pointing
bro.
look like clip art? Like, it looks
Like, where is she now? Like, after they beat along, where is she now? They're like, it's worse if in the 4Kids version, because if you think about it, they just forgot her in prison. Like, let's save the island and fuck her. Let her live the rest days of her life in jail.
Looks
Like,
like
it
they just
doesn't make anything better.
dragged and dropped a mouse cursor on top of the gun. Other censorships that was just plain stupid was
Yes.
they made a black kid white. I would assume it's
I
for
think
the...
this is racist. Like, no, like, they didn't accept black kids in America. What?
red lips that might betray a racial stereotype. But then why did they just recolor the lips instead of whitewashing them? Listen, to be devil's
I
advocate,
think
besides the
this is
stupid
weird.
censorships, One Piece isn't a show for kids. But even a show for kids
Oh
are
my
not
God.
for kids enough.
I think it's
apparently.
about Sonic now.
The Pokemon anime was also licensed by 4Kids, so you know some dumb shit is about to go down. If you watched Pokemon as a kid, this was probably
Like,
the
I
version
think this is bad because
you
I have to
watched,
say,
at least
no,
from the
I have
early
to come back.
seasons.
Sorry,
Not
I have
if
to
you
come back
watched
about this
Pokemon.
food thing. It's
The
very
Pokemon
important.
anime
Come
was
on,
also
let's show
licensed
this.
by 4Kids, so you know some
Like-
dumb shit is
I don't think the sandwich is better for kids than the rice thing. I think this is like the rice is way healthier than this.
about to go
Like
down.
this, come on.
If you watched Pokemon as a kid, this was probably the version you watched, at least from their early seasons. Not only did they do their 4Kids sanitation of removing all violence, you know, editing or cutting out
Violence.
guns
Pokemon
entirely,
is all about violence, making animals to fight.
removing alcohol and replacing them with juice, but they also tried to appeal to American audiences, so they Americanized the show. So, for example, they removed all Japanese kanji signs
No.
and posters and replaced them with American text.
Man,
Onigiri
this is killing a culture. This is
were
disrespectful.
jelly donuts.
Nothing beats a jelly-filled donut.
And you can literally see the rice. What donut looks like this? Other
Yes, that he's schizophrenic.
times an onigiri is replaced with a whole ass sandwich. Any
What?
references to God or religion was also removed. I guess that might be why
Wait,
they called the devil
But the god
fruit
thing was good. Like, she was using the cross against the demon.
curse fruit in One Piece. Like in one instance, Nurse Joy was hoping in the 4Kids version instead of praying to God. But despite all the weird and strange censoring though, 4Kids did what they do best.
Songs?
The best intro you
Okay,
could
this
ever
song
ask
is, oh
for.
my god,
That's
this song
right.
is,
The
yes,
most famous
this song is amazing. I can't say anything bad about it.
Pokemon song ever is 4Kids' responsibility.
Yes.
So we
the
gotta
only thing
give
good they did.
props to what it's due. They can't go wrong with the intros.
Yes.
The Japanese version of Pokemon though did
I
include
prefer the Japanese version. I like James with big titties.
some suggestive content. Ooh la la, wooga ah hooga. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
These
sorry.
were of course cut in the 4Kids version. Like James from Team Rocket enters a beauty contest.
Yes,
where
I think
he
this is
wears
awesome.
inflatable
Kids
breasts.
need to watch this.
Hey,
No, I'm
James,
kidding.
was good.
But
How you
it's funny as hell.
though. Another
Because
instance
I think if I like, I didn't care about this.
where a kid asked Misty if he could get breastfed, but in the 4Kids version got replaced with the kid accusing them for being a Pokemon.
You people or Pokemon?
Okay,
Not
it's
only
better
is it
than
kinda fair for 4Kids
In that case, I think it's okay. I don't need to see this.
Censor?
Okay, I think
Since
it's
it might be
that
too
censorship.
explicit.
I think that censorship is okay.
But it's also because Misty is literally 10 years old. Listen, I'm gonna have to give 4Kids this one. Kind of very
Dragon
sensitive.
Ball GT has a very strange scene where Ben, Goku's granddaughter, and I think a deer just like breastfeeds with her, And she's like, I don't know how old is she, but she's very young. It's very weird.
There was also other stuff that was pretty fair, like the racial stereotype of the Pokemon Jinx, and changed it from black to purple. I do not see an issue with that at all, since it is a Pokemon and not
Yes,
really
that's
a human.
okay,
Now, it
I
sounds like
think.
I'm on 4Kids' side, but that's because I am. At least in this instance of censoring. But the Americanization is kind of silly to
Yeah, the
censor.
Americanization, I
Another
think it's a disrespect. I think it is.
anime.
Sorry.
And probably my favorite in this list is Sonic
Ah,
X.
Pokemon now!
Sonic X was a big part of my childhood. And like the people that grew up with it, definitely grew up
Oh my god, they took out. No. They're not gonna take out the titties from the Rouge the Bat. No, they're not gonna do that.
with the 4Kids version. Unless you're
This is a
Japanese,
shame!
then konnichiwa, what's up?
Like, if you Rouge the Bat is not hot in the 4Kids version, like, they're doing something wrong.
Well, actually, in the 4Kids version, that gunshot would have sounded like a laser sound. Yes, every gun sound
Wars.
is replaced with laser sounds in Sonic X, which looks goofy because the guns looks completely normal. I don't know what's going on with the inconsistency with the One Piece with this horrible contraption and then having an actual gun here, but that's 4Kids for you. Other censorships done is like the violence, alcohol is censored with some fresh orange juice.
No, this is LCL from Evangelion. They're drinking Shinji.
Sometimes a wine bottle is replaced with a whole ass salami. Instead of recoloring it,
They're gonna
they
put this in your
really
ass.
sat down and spent time making this nice salami. I cannot do anything but respect it. They also removed all possible text written everywhere, so every sign,
Yes,
every label.
I know why.
every
Because
bit.
we don't need to read. This is a very big conspiracy. They're trying to like, let's eradicate people who read. Like, stop with this reading thing.
Billboard is literally just nothing. The
Only
most
use non-verbal communication.
likely
Fuck
reason is to make
words.
it more international friendly, since this is shown outside the US as well. What's not friendly is the
Oh my god, they did the worst. This is really disrespectful. Disrespectful. I like, I couldn't be more angry than this. Angrier than this. Like, this is killing a culture. This is killing a character. This is respecting everything Sonic has made in every sense of this planet.
editor-
I'm very angry
Rouge the
right
Bat
now.
to not show cleavage. No. And other scenes that were deemed suggestive. Like when Rouge the Bat got handcuffed by a police lady, her response is, "So you like to play rough, huh?" Well, Rouge the Bat likes to play rough, you feel me? Okay. I gotta
The character is
stop
about
flirting
it's like
with
this.
every fictional
Like,
character. But
if you take away this from the character, like, this is everything about the character.
that got changed to,
You know, you're pretty tough for an old lady.
which doesn't really make sense since the police
Yeah,
lady
it
is not
made
even
her more gay, I think.
Stuff like damn or damn it is also gone. One instance, on the Japanese version, Sonic says shit. And that obviously got changed in the 4K.
In Japanese version, they don't say shit. They say "Urusei!
Cream?
Sa!"
Another scene that I also, in my opinion, seemed very fair to change is when the whole gang was playing baseball against Eggman and his robots, and when it was Cream's turn to play, she turned on her puppy eyes and saying she's never played before, which overwhelms the robot with wholesomeness.
I've never played before.
Okay. In the original Japanese version, Cream the Bat flirts with this robot and confesses her love to it. The problem here is, Cream is 6 years old. And I've seen people defend it saying, oh, well, the robot is probably like a week old or
Like,
something, right?
come on, bro. Nobody cares. It's a robot and a rabbit and in animation. Fuck that. Nobody cares. You don't need to censor that. It's a
That's
fucking
not
cartoon.
the point. Point is the idea of a 6-year-old trying to be flirtatious, okay?
She's not a human. Like, it's a gag between a robot and a rabbit. Who cares?
opinion,
Who cares about that? Nobody's like, oh, I can't know. Come
That's probably
on.
good.
Nobody cares. It's
call
just
for
a
kids
cute
to do.
moment.
And the most controversial change yet is Maria Robotnik does not die. For those who don't know Sonic lore, originally Shadow the Hedgehog and Maria escapes from gun soldiers, which in simple terms is the military, where Maria Robotnik gets brutally murdered by a gun soldier, and before it was too late, Shadow was sent to Earth. Truly an emotional moment, completely deleted from history in the 4Kids version. Because in that version, she gets taken away or captured. and
It's like when your
completely
dog
cutting-
disappears, like so your parents say, oh, the dog's like trying to communicate with God. The dog started a new religion. The dog's moving to, I don't know, France or something. they're not
the
gonna
scene
say the
where she
dog
gets
died. I think it's the same principle.
shot, along with some other deaths that happens on Sonic X as well. Like the character Cosmo, where she originally sacrifices herself to save the universe, but edited all the parts out referencing any form of death. Another video game character that got an anime adaptation that also got acquired by 4Kids was Kirby Right Back at
Oh,
You.
my favorite.
Kirby had an anime. I did not know this, but anyway. I think you know the song and dance when it comes to 4Kids. Weapons, alcohol, and violence gone. So a scene,
My
for
favorite
example,
three
with
things.
Kirby that held a submachine gun got completely cut, and a scene where DDD's chainsaw became a Star Wars laser weapon.
I think it's more little. I think like if you put a chainsaw or a laser chainsaw, I think the laser chainsaw is more violent and
From
more
what it
deadly.
looks like in the pattern that laser sounds and laser weapons is in the green light when it comes to 4Kids. Alcohol is removed and bars in the show is replaced with food stamps. And when it comes to the violence part, it was not only physical violence that was censored, but also things like electrocution. There was also even some
No, I love
suggestive
electrocution. It's my favorite type of violence.
content where an episode about otakings, which is basically a play on word for otaku, and if you don't know what an otaku is like a person
No.
that's obsessed with anime. And these otakings are really obsessed with this girl called Tiff, which is a curb. Is that what they call them? I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. I don't know anything about curbs. But basically, they create like a highly sexualized anime version of Tiff, and wait.
What a crazy design.
Falls onto a pattern. Let me Google how old
Like,
Tiff
come
is.
on, this is so... Like, this is the craziest design
4Kids,
ever.
You did the right thing here. These Otakings need to take a seat, man. The deaths in Kirby was definitely held different compared to the rest of the 4Kid shows. Because they actually kept some deaths, and sometimes they made them worse. A snowman called Chili in an episode actually died.
No, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. I love him.
In the original Japanese version, when throwing Chili into the sea, Tiff said she was sure he can be revived in a northern country where it snows. While in the 4Kids version, they
What country? Russia? I don't know.
actually completely cut that part out.
No, he's in Russia now.
Just dead silence, with Tiff just saying a sad farewell. Another instance of altering the story, 4Kids chose to give characters more quote-unquote personality by giving them
I hate
accents.
this word.
So
I hate personality. I love when people doesn't have that.
King DDD got a southern accent.
Then why don't you predict what's gonna happen when I push this here button?
Meta Knight has a Mexican accent.
Don't you order another one of your monsters?
And Blade Knight speak complete gibberish.
When I talk like this, that's how I talk to girls.
I guess to make it more silly for the kids and match that Saturday morning cartoon vibe they were going for. That was one particular censorship they did.
Like the
though.
Ninja Turtles. Come on, they're using knives and katanas.
Morning cartoon vibe they were going for. That was one particular censorship they did though I find probably the most stupidest. That's when DDD was burning anti-DDD books in one episode. And 4Kids chose to censor that because I assume of the sensitive
Like they're burning the same thing. They're doing the same. Like the DDD is burning things and they're censoring. So they're burning DDD expression.
historical imagery
So
of
there, so there's 4Kids. It's King DDD.
book burning. Dude, it's a book about a cartoon villain. Okay, I want to save the best one for last. This one,
Oh
4Kids
my
truly went
God,
all the way
finally,
and
Sailor
rewrote
Moon.
the entire laws of physics, lore, everything, as we know it, to make it Gaga friendly. Okay, not Gaga as in poop, but like Goo Goo Gaga, sorry. Yu-Gi-Oh! Got completely pooped on by 4Kids. Okay, guys, say it with me. Weapons, alcohol, violence. Moments like when the
my
antagonist of Yu-Gi-Oh! Pegasus, at least in this arc, took his men and broke into someone's office where they were originally holding revolvers, but that got completely stripped away, and in the 4Kids version, they are just aggressively finger pointing.
This is way worse. Come on, this is way more violent. Like, I put a gun in my face, but don't put your finger. It's like judgmental. I feel bad about myself. But if you put a gun, I don't feel anything. It's like a biological survival thing. Panic for a biological level. But with the finger, it's a psychological level. It's way worse because I'm gonna dream about it that night. The finger in my face judging me and saying you're not good enough.
Kind of similar to what we saw in One Piece.
Yeah, it's
but here it just looks
judgmental.
more stupid. Or another scene where a dude
I don't know why America is like this with the guns and things like You have that more than anyone in the world.
Bandit Keith lost a duel and got so mad he pulls a gun on Pegasus. But as you can imagine, in the 4Kids version, he literally just points at his head.
Hand over that prize money or else.
What particular change that made this 4Kids version so different is the creation of the Shadow Realm. And what that is basically is a
Depression.
replacement for death
I've been in the Shadow Realm. It's depression.
in the original. So whenever in Yu-Gi-Oh! They played the Shadow games,
This duel's now a shadow game.
Oh.
and somebody loses, the loser dies. But 4Kids thought that was too much for the babies, so they
Yeah,
created
dying.
an entire
A
dimension
baby can take death.
called the Shadow
cry.
Realm. So instead of someone dying, they were sent to the Shadow Realm, which is a dimension of eternal torment for all eternity. I
Okay,
think I read
you're not gonna die and be forgotten. You're gonna suffer forever in hell with demons and emptiness and void.
rather be dead
Bitch, I'd rather die!
instead
Like-
of suffering forever. They kind of used the Shadow Realm for every kind of possible death that could happen. Like when the main character Yugi was having a battle with
I wanna
Arcana,
dress like
got
this.
shackled to a wall with buzz saws going towards them, where the loser gets their feet cut off. That does sound pretty brutal. And so
No,
did
it's
4Kids.
okay.
So they changed it to dark energy discs that transports you to the Shadow Realm. When
Way
touched.
worse.
It was kind of
Way
4Kids'
worse.
scapegoat to avoid death. Even the Yu-Gi-Oh cards got censored, with the most famous card in the entire game, Monster Reborn, got completely replaced with some sword-looking thing, which honestly looks kind of
Okay,
cooler
it
in a
looks
way.
cool. It looks cool. It's okay.
But they did that because they thought it looked too much like a cross. This is an ankh. This is not religious at all.
Yes,
and
it's just
it's
an
like
Egyptian.
an ancient Egyptian symbol. Even the littlest sign
Yes,
is
and this means like I'm gonna lick your balls, something like
considered
that.
too religious, I guess. Suggestive content was censored, of course, with even the monster having to
No,
have
the
full
monster!
body jumpsuits to cover them up,
it's
since
a
4Kids
crime!
thought they were too revealing. Hey, that's very halal of 4Kids, if you ask me.
Yes,
Pegasus
I don't
as
like
well.
this regime.
Instead of drinking wine, he loves fruit juice.
And the world's finest fruit juice.
How nice. 4Kids did all of this censoring
He's right. Like it's a fruit juice.
to make sure to keep that TVY7 rating, which means making sure it's for 7 or older, so they can put these animes in a Saturday morning cartoon time slot. And this was in broadcast television as well, which is way more harsher when it comes to
I think this is so stupid. Like, I think two or four things were okay. I agree, something, but like most of it, it's so stupid. Like 80%, it's just stupid.
CC
Like,
guidelines.
you have
so
no
guys,
reason for
let's
that.
cut 4Kids some slack, man. And without
Yeah.
4Kids, we wouldn't be introduced
Like
to
One
any of these.
Piece only has bad censorship. None of One
incredibly-
Piece censorship was good. Like everything was bad. Only the rap song. The rap song was just amazing. I love it. I listen to it every day, working out, and I love it.